Hello one and all, this is a quick video on the 8.8 earthquake that hit up in the Russia Alaskan ridge that I was talking about last week as well, because someone was saying the world's splitting in half, and that's not what's actually happening, but we'll have to have a look at this and what's going on, because there's something in the messages from energy that I did last week, and I've been doing it on several times about it. And it's about the orientation of that inner portal that's in the center of the earth, that they are testing on the universal vibrations that will be flowing through our solar system in the next few years. It's all to do with pole shift as well. So strap in, and we're going to quickly go through what's been happening. So first things first, let's just have a look at the earthquakes and so forth. So just above my head here, you can see that you've got the 8.8, which is at the top of this map here. And then down below, just by my shoulder, just there, you've got a 6.6, which also had a tsunami warning. Now, these two earthquakes here are in alignment with one another. And it's also slightly off the alignment of the orientation of the poles, the North Pole and the South Pole, as it goes through a pole shift. So we're going to be talking about that as well as we go through it. Okay, we're going to be looking at the center of the earth in the messages from energy, which will be coming out later on today. And also all of this information we can go into on the live on Sunday, which will be later this week. It will be around about 10 o'clock. UK time, that's GMT time. So if you've got a lot of questions about this and what's happening with the energies, you know, that's the moment to be going into it. So that's where the earthquakes have been going off. One thing is should be notable as well at the moment is this is what the sun looks like here at the moment. And as you can see, the dark patches, which we would call coronal holes, are normally triggers of earthquakes, and there hasn't been any. So this is vibration that is coming from within the center of the earth and coming out. And this is all about the orientation of that portal that I was talking about. Let's just, for those of you who didn't see the messages from energy, let's just go through and so this is an excerpt from the video that I did on the messages from energy this week here, and I'm talking about the orientation of the portal. So if the portal is sitting at the moment through the north and south, pretty much of the north and south hemisphere, what it was doing was gradually turning it. And it's a little bit like, if you like, it's a little bit like, I would say, like when you do with a magnifying glass with the sun. So as you turn the magnifying glass, you get that round circle that then gradually goes into a point. And that's exactly what they said they were going to be doing. And I've been saying it over the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, that the orientation of the portal was going to be going here. And here's just a quick excerpt of the sort of thing we're talking about.
There is this, okay, so let's just go and have a look at portal. Okay, so if you imagine you've got a hole in the wall and the sun goes across the sky, and at sometimes in the day that sun's going to be shining like a light straight right through. And this is what this pulse of light that I'm talking about at the moment. And there seems to be like it's flowing through the earth. I wouldn't say it's going to be affecting the earth, but it's flowing through the earth, and it's basically testing to see how the earth reacts to a pulse of energy that comes through from the center of the galaxy in order to sort of deal with the pole shift that's happening. And there's another thing I will go into that is all about pole shift as well.
So that's just that was just part of it. And I've been talking about how they're reorientating it occasionally. So they reorientated the portal just to sort of allow a lot more energy to flow through to see what effects it has on the earth. And let's go through what is going on with the energies. I just need to get my big head out of the way. And so this is my map here. This is the ley line energies across the entire globe. As you can well see here on, this is where we had the 8-pointer, and then we had another 6-pointer, which was down here. So we've got this line that goes between the two here, of these two here. Now the poles, the North Pole started over here and is gradually working its way down to this section here. You got the South Pole that is doing the same sort of thing, and it's gradually working its way to this section here. So it's meeting in this point here, and in the center of the Filipino plate. So as they've orientated the vibrations that's coming through, it's hitting this section here, which is this line here, which is also being fed by this, let me bring up the vortex map here, being fed by this dividing energy, which you can see, let me just do that, that'd be a lot easier. This dividing energy, which is in this section here, which is pulling it apart and playing on this vortex of energy that's coming through here, which is making the earthquakes hit this section here and this section down here, which is where this has a compression zone and this has an opening zone on the energy. And this is speeding up this portal, which goes in an anti-clockwise direction, as it were. You know, and the other ones go, this one goes in a clockwise direction. And you may even see a similar sort of thing going on over here in the Caribbean, reverberations in earthquakes in the Caribbean, because it's mainly all coming through from the earth at the moment. Once we get a little closer, and this is what it looks like here, this is where, obviously, where we've got the 8-pointer, which is up in this section here, and this is where we had the 6-pointer, which is down in this section here. One thing I'd like to show you as well is what's happening in the Filipino plate. So let me just blow that up a bit, and you can see these lines that are on the seabed. And these lines here is where this is going in this direction here, but this is also going in this direction here, like in that sort of direction there. So it's actually pushing this wave of earth over that direction, going in that direction there. And here you get resistance. So you get this start is going over in this direction here. And I think this is what is going to create that northern pole section. Let's just have a look at that a little bit more sort of closer. There you can see here in this direction here, it's heading off in that way. And this one's coming in this direction here. And you do get that coming out there. And there is a certain resistance within this section here, as I'm sort of saying, these ones here and here. And this is going to make that whole vortex there just pop and really start going enormously in the future. But this is all to do with that pole shift, as I was telling you about, and the two poles as they come together. It's going to speed up those vortices that are going on. So they're just testing the Earth's vibration at the moment to see what it can support in the way of allowing that energy to flow through. Generally, it's a way of protecting the Earth, so it doesn't have too much of a catastrophic effect. It's going to have effects on the Earth, and quite catastrophic, very catastrophic. But there's no way around this. This is it's a cycle event. The way in which we can help this scenario is engaging with our consciousness. The more we can engage in the consciousness, the more we can actually help the Earth to reorientate its energies. So the tsunamis that are coming out, let's just quickly go into those tsunamis and let's see what's going on there. Let's just bring back up that map. Here we go. We got that map here. Now we're getting tsunamis reported all around this sort of section here, really, more than anything else. That's because that is pushing in this direction. It's going in this direction here. But all of this section here, you're going to get like wash back, as it were. It's not going to be major. It's going to be quite small, I would have thought. It's only this section here that's going to be really quite major more than anything else in the way of tsunamis. And I'm not sure it's going to be absolutely humongous either. But this is all to do with the reorientation, as I said, the reorientation of the portal that's in the middle of the Earth. It's a test that it's going through. I said it last week and the week before. So get ready, get ready, get ready. This is the first wave of energy that's they're allowing through. And it's a constant wave. It's not like that wave is a pulse that's coming from, it is a pulse that's coming from the universe, but it's a constant pulse. And basically, it's like when I said taking the magnifying glass and turning the magnifying glass so you can concentrate that energy as we go into the bigger flow of energy that's going to be coming through. And that's what that clock on the wall is all about. I don't want to scare anyone, and there's no point being scared, seriously, at all, ever. As life continues all the time, I do not worry about it. But it is an idea to get ready or to orientate yourself in a way over the next sort of like 2, 3, 4 years. So your energy is already in the right alignment. So then when the shift comes, you will be adapting to that within your energies. And also you will be able to adapt to the geological effects that are going on. But it's certainly not a moment to panic. That's the last thing you ever want to do, is panic in life, because it's pointless. You'll never get anything done. It's best to keep a level head and keep going on. The messages from energy will be coming out this afternoon. I will be going into that and looking at the orientation of the portal specifically. That will be coming out later on tonight. And then we can go into it in much bigger details on the Sunday night, okay? But it's all to do with pole shift and the orientation of the inner portal more than anything else. Okay? Thanking you very much for subscribing and all of that malarkey. I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.